Hi, so we came across this problem in the office this week, and it was sort of thrown on my plate, and I was asked to look at trying to work out the difference between the required area and the actual area, which we can do in a schedule, and then we can use calculated formulas to display the results in the schedule. But we also wanted to show it on the floor plan as well, so that became a little bit of a challenge, and there were some limitations there, but I'll kind of step through where we got to, and hopefully you'll find it useful. So what we have there on the screen, you'll see some walls with 4 rooms which calculate the area, and there's a corresponding schedule. But what we need to do is we need to come in here, and if we go to manage, we're going to put a project parameter in, add, and we'll make this an instance parameter which is area, and we're going to call this required area, and this is the requirement that we're going to actually put in. So we're going to fill this in, it'll be a manual infill, and we'll make sure it's under rooms, it's an instance parameter, and yeah, that's pretty good to go. Okay, and we'll OK that, and then if we go to fields over here from the under the schedule, and we're going to shift across the required area over here. At the same time, we'll do a calculated value. Okay, group it as a type of area, and what we're going to call this one is area difference. And what this will be is our area minus our required area, and we'll OK that and OK that. So what we can do then is start to plug in some figures. So maybe, for instance, room 1 needs to be 25 meters, so we know full well the spot on there, the area difference is 0. We'll make this one 24, we'll make this one maybe 17, and we'll kick this one over and we'll make this, it should be 25. And you can start to see the area differences, you know, you would need to probably, if you want to be a bit more precise, you could probably change the unit factor here to give more decimal places, but this is fine for the time being. Okay, now what we need to do now is we need to put in some additional fields in our schedule that start to effectively say whether we're over or under. So if we go to edit, and what we'll do is we'll do a calculated value, and we'll make it a yes/no parameter, and we're going to call this first one, what we'll do here, if I can remember rightly, we're going to call this one over. Okay, and we're going to make this here calculated value. Now we can't do greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, but we can use and or not. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say or brackets area is greater than required area. Okay, close the brackets there, we'll OK that, and we'll do another calculated value. Okay, and we'll make it yes/no, and this one we'll make under. What we do here is we say and brackets area is less than required area. Remember to close the brackets. So let's just double check we're okay with that. So that should be greater than, and this one should be less than. If we OK that, what we start to see now is our results. So what we need to now do is we need to make some adjustments to our schedule. We're going to control the formatting. So if we go to our formatting tab, and on the area difference, we're going to use a conditional format to display graphically whether we're equal to, over or under. So under conditional formatting, what we need to say is the area difference is equal to 0, and we're going to get that to display as cyan. And so go for that. On the over one, we do conditional formatting, and on over is equal to yes. Okay, and we want to obviously display that as a color. I'm going to choose yellow. We'll OK that, and on the under, the conditional formatting, we want that to be equal to yes, and again what we're going to do is display that as red. So hopefully now if we OK this now, what we start to see is where we've got over and under. So obviously, as I said, where the area difference is 0, it's cyan, so we're spot on. Where we're over, you can see here the area, actual reading area values, we're over by a metre or 2 metres, and then in this one here we're under by 2 metres. That's fine. Okay, so our next sort of thing we need to do is add in a shared parameter, which is going to be a yes/no parameter that we can control in our schedule. So we need to go to share parameters. We'll do a new share parameter here. We'll make it a yes/no parameter, and we'll just call it yes, no. I'm sure you could come up with a far better descriptive parameter name than what I've done there, but just for demonstration purposes is fine. We'll OK that and OK that. What we then need to do is go to project parameters. We'll add in our share parameter. So it must also be an instance parameter. I'm not going to worry about parameter grouping there, that's fine. We'll OK that and OK that. If we now go back to our fields, we can then move in our yes/no parameter, move it over there. If we OK that, you can see then it displays over here. Now we can actually get access to these and we can uncheck them. Okay, so you could start to uncheck them here. Okay, we'll leave that for the time being, because the final part, what I want to do is we want to basically put in a legend. So we'll make a color legend over here, and we're just going to OK that. It would help if I hit edit scheme. And then what we're just going to say, yes or no result. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually color it by our yes/no parameter. Obviously it's going to change the colors here. And where it's yes, it's going to be green, which is exactly how we would like it. And what we'll do is we'll obviously just accept that. And you can see now here, wherever I tick these now, it's going to provide the result. So what we really want to say is, well, actually, these ones here don't actually comply. So we can uncheck these. That's fine. So they don't comply. That's the weak link. You're having to go to the actual schedule and make adjustments to the schedule to display the results. It would be kind of nice to get the results to report the actual colours fills, but that's a good start. It's a good step, and hopefully you followed my guidelines there, and it's kind of made sense. So the important thing is you need to get the area difference. You don't kind of need these bits here, but it kind of helps from a visual perspective to see where you're over and under. And then it's really creating the share parameter, then adding it to your room schedule, then tying that yes/no parameter there, okay, to the actual color definitions. Okay, so you can see here what it's going to do. Where it's no, it's going to give it blue, and where it's yes, it's green. And then you're actually having to manually just adjust it there. In an ideal world, I said it would be automated, but unfortunately it's not. Hopefully that kind of makes sense.